Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a what is in my fall makeup bag. Depending on the season, I like to switch out, I guess you could say, my staple products based on what I feel like my skin needs specifically for that season. And it's not, the only makeup that I use during the fall, but it's a lot of my favorite products that I know I can always rely on, and the things that I find myself reaching for a little bit more frequently during the fall. And what I really want to emphasize is they're not the only products that I use. They're just products that when I'm in a pinch, I don't have time to think about what I'm going to be wearing. I know that these will work, and they're great staples to base other products off of to create specific looks, but just the stuff that I'm reaching for a lot right now. So I'm going to get started off with prep products. First thing being the Tower 28 Save Our Skin Daily Rescue Facial Spray. This has been such an unsung hero in my makeup routine lately, just because I haven't had an eczema or dermatitis flare-up since I started using this every day before I do my makeup. It's more of a skincare product in my opinion, and I like how it almost creates like a nice protective barrier for my skin. It doesn't leave a lingering feeling of product on the skin, but it's been what I think has kept the dermatitis and eczema from flaring up, especially with having to wear a mask more. And I really like it. So I've really been reaching for that a lot, and I do plan on purchasing the full size as well. Now, when it comes to priming products, I have a drier skin type, so I specifically really like something that's going to give my skin a long-lasting sense of moisture, and I have been loving the Yves Saint Laurent Beauty Glow In Balm. Now, I've had this for probably about 3 months, and I would say this is definitely the primer I've used the most consistently. It leaves my skin looking and feeling really moisturized and plumped, and I really like how it smooths out texture. I do have some acne breakouts popping up here and there, but they're doing pretty well. Just overall, I like the way the primer leaves my skin looking good and ready for makeup, and it just makes my makeup glide over my skin so much more smoothly. And I do find, because it leaves my skin feeling really nice and moisturized, I don't get those little like cracky bits all over my face, and it helps from causing base products to cling to the dry patches. I have one illuminator that I've been finding myself picking over a lot of my other ones, and it's not necessarily because illuminators have that drastically of different formulations. It's just I really like the shade of this one. This is the Versed Mood Lighting Glow Drops, and this one's in the shade Golden. I really like how it's quite complementary to my skin tone, and I just feel like I never look overly metallic with this one on. It doesn't leave my skin feeling sticky, and I really like how it has a soft natural shimmer. Because this is a liquid, you can also wear this on top of your makeup, underneath, or mixed in, and it's just gonna give you a little bit more of a luminous glow. But I like how it's a little bit more makeup bag friendly as well, because it's a little bit smaller in packaging. Huda Glowish is definitely for days where I feel like I'm not having a particularly good skin day, but I still want my makeup to look natural and luminous without looking like necessarily like makeup or like there's a ton of coverage on my skin. But this one provides my skin with a lot of really great coverage. And then the NYX one is great for no makeup type of days where I don't have quite as much to cover, and I really just want that like natural luminous looking skin. So this one's more of like a filtered amount of coverage. These next two aren't really gonna surprise you, but I do reach for these a lot of days out of the month. So the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, this has been such a favorite of mine for several years now. It just always looks good. I like how when I need a little bit more coverage, I can use this. It has really great dependable longevity as well. I can throw this on really quick, not really take as much time, and be mindful about, prepping my skin properly every single time, and I know that I will get the wear time out of this. So I rely on it. I can apply it with my fingers or a brush. It just always looks good, and I think that this is truly such a standby, and I just really like it. I always reach for that one. And then another one for days where my skin's not feeling extra dry and I just want like some good coverage, Flower Light Illusion Foundation. It's so good. It's one of my all-time staple favorites, and it makes my skin look really plump, moisturized, and just really youthful and healthy. One that I wanted to talk about because I wear so much skincare this time of year, especially like fall, winter when I start drying out. I need something that's matte because I wear so much like oil, serum, cream that sometimes foundations like this don't last on my skin type, especially at night when I really want, you know, my makeup to last throughout the night or just look good. It won't set down matte on me. It still looks more skin-like. It's the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. This has pretty full coverage, so I only use a little bit, but I'm saying like when it's paired with heavy skin creams or a lot of skincare that I tend to wear during this time of year, it doesn't look matte. It still has like a soft satin finish on my skin, and it lasts a lot longer. So this is really great for days where I want like super amped up longevity and I don't want to look greasy. I find myself ironically wearing matte foundations more during the colder months because I'm layering on so much skincare. Milani's Eye Brightener, so good, such a staple, a newfound favorite of mine. Really like how this hides darkness under my eyes as well as redness while still being fluid and lightweight and not interfering with concealer that I put on top of it. It really does dry down much like an eye serum, and it just doesn't have any lingering feelings of product. So I like how this counteracts darkness without feeling like another heavy layer of product on my under eyes. So I've been wearing this a ton, and especially combined with the Fenty Eye Bright. I'm such a big fan of this because it is so fluid and lightweight. So it's perfect for like a one and done natural looking makeup, especially paired with something like this. These work really well together when I want that light coverage, light feeling makeup look. Now, the other one that I really wanted to talk about, and I've been wearing it nonstop, it's almost like gone too. I have it on my under eyes today. It's the Matte Velvet Skin from Makeup Forever. So great in a pinch. I throw this in my bag. It will be a foundation or a concealer, very touch-up friendly. I really, really like this because it's self-setting, so you don't have to use powder with it, and I barely ever use powder with it because it just lasts so long on its own, and it's such a beautiful full coverage concealer, but you can sheer it out. So because of that, I have to use a lot less because I don't really go for like super full coverage looks anyway, and it's just so nice and very purse friendly for touch-ups. Hoola by Benefit, pretty much my contour year round. I just like how this is a great neutral shade of brown. I don't typically wear it as a bronzer, but I really like the way this looks as my contour. Not too cool, not too warm. Great powder bronzer. Genuinely surprised at how well this has transitioned into the fall because Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder in 11.5. I've been pleasantly surprised with how well this has transitioned into the fall, and I rely on it. It just always looks so good. It's got the right amount of sheen to it, so it looks really natural. You can honestly wear this on its own without makeup, and it just melts into your skin like a cream, but it's a powder. And the shade is the shade. It's just right with that little bit of red in the undertone to where it looks like an actual suntan. And then the other one that I wear quite a bit as well is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I like this so much. I like how it's really tiny, very makeup bag friendly. Mine is in the shade Golden Days and really nice for every day when I just don't feel like putting a lot of effort into my look and I just want to look a little bit more polished. I throw a little bit of this on. It just gives my skin that nice little bit of warmth and just makes everything look a little bit more alive, not so winter facey. Again, because I wear a lot more skincare and like balms and creams, I do find myself having to set just like a little bit under the eye so that my mascara doesn't transfer. And I've really been liking just the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for Under Eyes. You only need a little bit of this because the more you wear, the more of a brightening effect it has on the eyes. It's a loose, pearlized brightening powder. So it does have a little bit of reflection in it as well, which I think helps make the under eye look a little bit brighter, a little bit more youthful. And I like how it just doesn't completely mattify my under eyes so that it doesn't look crepey and it doesn't look dried out. So I love that for my setting powder. These are the two blushes that go with pretty much everything I wear. So the first is actually a bronzer. It's from Undone Beauty. It's the water bronzer, and this is in the shade Sangria. So it's a really nice kind of like red terracotta. It's got a little bit of oranginess to it, and it's so beautiful and so unique. I really don't have anything else like this in my collection. It's like a sheer gel blush bronzer. So you can wear it as a bronzer if you'd like, but I just love it so much as a blush, and it's so pretty. And the way this sets down on your skin, it looks like an actual flush on your skin, because like I said, it's like transparent but has color to it. Like the product itself is like a tinted gel stick. Really quite exceptional. I love this on a daily basis. And then the other one I really like is actually from NYX. So it's the NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Tint Mousse Blush. I like this one for days where I want like a little bit more of a punch. And this one is in the shade Nude Tude. Really beautiful on the cheeks, but also love it as a lip color, and you can wear it on your eyes. So it's really versatile in that sense. And it's just like a mousse souffle product that sets down matte. Really nice as well. And this shade is so good. Like I love these kind of like nudie colors on the cheeks because they're not distracting. I've been loving this one so much. It's the Mood Light from Tom Ford. It's a highlighting powder duo, so you have like a rose gold coppery type of shade, but it still isn't overly warm. It's got like a little bit more of a neutral pull to it on my skin, and then a soft gold highlight. So I really like mixing them together. I think I get a really flattering shade, and I really want to emphasize that this does not emphasize texture, and it always looks really nice and soft. It's the highlight that I'm wearing on my cheeks today, and like, just look at that. Like, it gives you like such a pretty soft glisten. I wear it on my eyes and sometimes all over the face, and it just always keeps me looking really nice and fresh. I get that nice little bit of glow that I'm craving, but it's never over the top. And I want to talk about my setting spray. Loving it. Using it still. I feel like it never goes down in the bottle because the nozzle so perfectly dispenses the right amount of spray that even though I use several sprays of this almost every day, it's like the never-ending makeup setting spray. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Truly one of the best setting sprays I've ever used. I trust it. I know it's going to help prevent makeup from transferring onto my mask, and it also really helps keep my makeup lasting longer, especially when I do wear a little bit more greasy skincare. I just like the added insurance of using this every day. So I pretty much I seriously do. Like, I'll just spray my face, and you can see after I do the spray, it doesn't make my skin look any more dewy. So if you have matte makeup, it won't make your makeup look dewy, and if you have dewy makeup on, it will make your makeup look matte. It will not interfere with the finish of your base products. Let's talk about eyeshadows. The Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes eyeshadow palette, literally the thing that I reach for every single time I wear eyeshadow the past few months. I've done a tutorial with this. I've mentioned it in my favorites. It's truly just a great staple little pocket-sized eyeshadow palette. They are all satin finish, so they're very easy to work with, and I like that it's pocket-sized, so it just fits really nicely in a makeup bag. And then I do have a couple liquid shadows when I go out, or I want like a little bit more intensity, or just a light wash of shimmer on the eyes. These are both browns, but that's what I wear on a daily basis. So this is Copper Top from e.l.f. Really pretty light copper brown, and then this is the L'Oreal Brilliant Eyes in the shade, they always hide the colors. Okay, this is in Bronze Light, which is noticeably more of a red toned brown, and I love this just sheared out over the eyes for a little bit of a twinkling effect. These are both really good single shadows that you don't need anything else to create a look with. And then I always have my favorite Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick. One of these is always in some sort of makeup bag, or I use these almost every time I do a specific eye look. This one's in the shade Cocoa, which can be worn as an eyeshadow or as an eyeliner. I do actually have a couple different eyeliners in here though, so I'll just quickly show those because I've really been liking these. So Mario Perfect Brown eyeliner of choice. It's this beautiful, warm, espresso toned brown liner, and it really is the perfect brown in my opinion. It's also extremely long lasting. I use it to do tight line, waterline, and smudge into the lash line. It also has a nice little smudge brush on the other end. And then this is like a newer favorite, but I've really been liking it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes Duo. So you get a really nice long wearing nude liner for your waterline, and then you also have a really nice long wearing brown liner on the other end, and this one is more of like an oaky neutral, pulls slightly cooler toned, definitely cool toned in comparison to the Mario one, but I really have been reaching for that one as well. Two brow pencils in here that I really like right now. So first is Maybelline Ultra Brow Slim, really nice precision pinprick sized pencil that really gives you those nice hair-like strokes. And then for days where I'm a little bit lazier and just want a quicker fill, the Mario one. I love how it has this little focus. I like how you have this little slider notch and you can retract and push out the product. Spoolie on the other end. This one has such a unique formula. It's almost like a powder pomade pencil. So I really like it. I go through brow pencils really quick. I mean, this one I haven't had that long and I'm already like pretty considerably down in there. This brow gel's not gonna surprise you, but it's that good. I feel like I'm actually impressed with myself with how much I've used of it. It's the Anastasia Brow Freeze. It's so good. You can do whatever you want with your brows. You can make them look fluffy, perky, feathery, shellacked, sleek. You can hold them down, kind of get that like laminated look. It is sweat proof. It's amazing. It's literally incredible. Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax, Anastasia. If I could tell you one brow product that I actually think you should really try, it's this one. Now, in terms of mascaras, let's see. I only have 3. So, okay, I wear this a lot. I know it's not been in many tutorials or favorites, but it's always in my makeup bag. It's the Lancome Sills Booster. This mascara this is actually a primer, I'm sorry, but this primer will make any mascara look good and really double the effect of whatever you put on top of it. So it's truly just a transformative primer that will give you volume, length, separation, just everything that you want you can get with this primer, and you can pair it with a $3 mascara, like a Wet n Wild mascara, and this will just make it so much better. So I love using this. I use it almost every day, and then the 2 mascaras that I go back and forth between are L'Oreal Telescopic. This is like my favorite. It's the mascara I'm wearing today. I really like this for just simple, clean length, and it's pretty much it. It's not very volumizing, but I really like how it gives you sky-high length. And then, of course, the Ilia Fullest Volumizing Mascara. So nice when you want volume, length, fluffy wispiness. It's truly just such a star mascara that I've recently tried. I love the brush. I love the formula. In terms of lip color, I don't really have a staple fall shade or a shade that I find myself reaching for the most right now, just because I'm liking trying different lip colors. But I do have my staple lip colors in here, and the lip pencil that I've really been liking is the Structure Lip Pencil from Pat McGrath. It's probably the longest lasting, I think, and it really almost like dries to my lips. So it's really long wearing, it's eat proof, drink proof, and Structure just goes with whatever lip color I'm wearing. So I always like to have something like this in my makeup bag. And then I do have 4 lip colors that are kind of like my everyday lip colors right now. If I don't feel like wearing a statement lip like I am today, I'll typically choose between one of these 4. So first is Glossier Leo, which I actually think is very fall appropriate. It's a little bit more of a deeper chocolate brown, feels like a balm and looks like a blotted lip. A classic, always a staple in my makeup bag. And then I have Warm Me Up from Maybelline, which is actually quite a soft, creamy looking pink, but just like a pretty everyday lip color. And then we have Maybelline Naked Dare, which again is one of my favorites, especially if I do want to do like a smokier, more intense eye. I really like relying on this as my nude lip. And then the Armani Lip Power in the shade 200, which is a really nice, like deeper color that I feel like is a good fall shade. And I, again, love the Armani Lip Powers. They're one of my favorite lip products I've tried. And I really like this shade because I feel like it's more of like a muted, bricky brown. All right, so that is everything in my fall makeup bag. Like I mentioned, it's not the products that I wear every single day, but just products that I know will work for me depending on the situation. And they're really great products to just create looks out of, whether it's like no makeup or a little bit more of a full glam type of look. And I like having those as my standbys and then using other things. Like you can tell, I have different products on my face that aren't necessarily in the bag on my face today, but this is my curated fall makeup bag. So I've been, you know, reaching for those more so than what I typically do. So I hope that you found this interesting or helpful. If you have any questions about any of these products, you can always leave them in the comments down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. And I will list and link everything in the description box down below for you. And I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel and also come follow me on Instagram. But other than that, that's everything I wanted to mention in today's video. Would love to know any other fall-centric makeup videos you'd like to see, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.